This book is completely different from everything I ever read. It's about who we are, who we used to be, and how we got to be where we are. And yes, it's been out since a while, but hey, you clicked on it, so you either read it already or you're curious if it's something for you. Yuval Noah Harari definitely knows what he's talking about because he has a doctoral degree in historical studies. The book's topic is human history, and this alone could be 15 different books, but Harari manages to put it all in one book, and that alone is very unique. Before reading this book, I feel like I was on a skyscraper, but I couldn't see anything because the sky was very cloudy. But after reading this book, the sky gets very clear and you can see all the towns and the different connection of roads in between them. This book has big topics such as religion, economy, and why humans are here and not another species. It feels like a manual for humans. So if there are actually aliens out there, this is the book you should read to understand how humans tick. I was never into history, but somehow I wanted to understand more about where we came from. Harari has a perfect way of writing, because history can be very complex, but he manages to put it in words that are easy to understand and make it not more complex than it needs to be. The book begins with a discussion that's often overlooked, that 100,000 years ago there were actually 6 different human species. Today there's only one. What happened to the other 5? Did they get exterminated in the first mankind's genocide, or did we actually intermarry with them and absorb some of these species from time to time? This book shows you the nuance and controversy behind this and many other topics. The ultimate question the book poses for is, with all the progress in human history, are we still better off than 100,000 years ago? Now this next one might be a bit offending if you believe in religion, but I still would like to share this topic that you understand where the book is going to. Something that happens very early on in the book is that he talks about mythologies and the way of making things up that do not really exist. So he applies this to a history or a culture or a religion as a myth that doesn't really exist. For example, I'm Swiss, but something as Swiss doesn't really exist. It's just something people made up, and if enough people agree on it and really believe it, it becomes a real thing. Here he makes a very interesting comparison to companies, that companies actually do not exist. But I'm not here to share the idea behind this. For this, you have to read the book by yourself. I don't want to explain everything in this book, because of course, it's just not possible. However, it is a big book, but hey, it's human history, so it's fine. And actually, you probably will take some breaks from time to time while reading it, because it is a lot of information. But it's fine, because of the different chapters and history phases, it's easy to pick it up again and continue reading. But one thing I really want to mention is the title of the book, A Brief History of Humankind, really means brief. Now, if you're really into history and you already know a lot, your takeaway from this book might not be that big. However, if you're like me and you do not know that much about history, and you actually want a book with a bit of a twist to know more about our past, this is the perfect book for you, and I give it a highly recommendation. I think it's a book everyone should at least read once. Now, if you're not just interested in the past but also in the future, there's a book called Homo Deus, which actually I will be reading next. If you want to know more about how I actually remember everything I read, you can check this video out right here. And with that being said, I will see you there. Bye bye.